Welcome back to 242 Math. I am your host, Raphael Thompson, and today we will be dealing with BJC Mathematics Revision Test 3. Please join us. This is our BJC student for the day. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Piranha Curry.
Okay, Piranha, read number 1.
To the nearest 10, some 30 persons travel daily on the ferry to Blue Lagoon Island. Give the maximum number of persons who could possibly travel to Blue Lagoon Island daily.
Okay, and underline the keywords nearest 10. We're calculating it to the nearest 10 and we got 30. So underline nearest 10 for me, nearest 10. Very good. Now, what is the answer, Brianna?
34.
34. Put it in, write it. Why is it 34?
Because 34 is the maximum number that could be rounded to 30.
Or the highest number that you can round to 30. Perfect. Very good. Brianna, read number 2.
Set A equals negative 2, 0, 1, 3 over 4, 1.2, 7, negative 3, square root of 4, and negative 1.
Negative 1. Okay, so it's negative 2, 0, 1, 3 quarters. Okay. 1.27, negative 3, square root of 4, negative 1. What are integers, Brianna?
Integers are numbers that are negatives, positives, and 0.
And they must be whole
Numbers.
Whole numbers. Okay, go ahead. Let's work it.
Negative 2 is an integer.
Comma. Very good.
0, 1, 7, negative 3, square root of 4, and negative 1.
Why did you put square root of 4?
Because the square root of 4 is 2.
Yeah, you can find the square root of 4 is a whole number 2. So that's correct. Excellent work, Priyana. Number 3, Priyana, read it.
The average monthly rainfall for Bimini was 0.3725 inches. Write this number correct to 2 decimal places.
And 2 decimal places means you want how many numbers after the point?
2.
2 numbers after the point. Okay, so underline the 7. That's the way you're going to end it. Okay, go ahead, work it.
0.37 is correct to 2 decimal places.
Why? There is, after the 7, what do you see?
A 2.
So why didn't you change it?
Because 2 is less than 5 and it can't be rounded.
Okay, 2 is less than 5, so you don't change it. If it was 5 or more at the back of that 7, then you would make that 7 and 8. But since it's a 2, 2 is less than 5, so you leave it as 7. But you have to include all of the digits. 0.37 is correct. Number 4, Piano, read it.
Tom is 6 years old and Pam is 5 years old. What is the ratio of Tom's age to Pam's age?
Dealing with ratio, go ahead and work it.
6, semicolon, 5.
There's another way you can write it using words. Write it under it. Instead of the semicolon, what do you put? Using words. No, you can just leave the 6, but just use a word for the semicolon.
Oh.
Use the number 6. And instead of the semicolon, use a word. 6,
2.
2, right. And then put the number 5. Right, so there are 2 ways you can do it. You can put 6 semicolon 5, 6 to 5, or 6 and put TO 5. Still is a ratio. And you have to write it with Tom's age first, because it says the ratio of Tom's age to Pam's age. Very good. Number 5, Brianna, read it.
Pat places $1,000 in a bank for 2 years at a rate of 3%. Calculate the simple interest.
Okay, and what's the formula for simple interest? Write it for me first. SI is equal to?
SI equals P times R times T.
All over.
Over 100.
Okay, now let's put in the numbers. What does P stand for?
Principal.
Principal, R,
Rate.
rate, and T,
Time.
time. Put your numbers in and match it up. Tell us what you're doing.
1,000 is the principal.
The amount of money, right?
That's the amount of money. Times 2, the 2 years, which is the rate. How much time?
Put rate, find the rate first. The rate isn't 2. 2 years is the 2 is the time. So change that. Put 3 there because that's you're following the formula. 3 is the rate. And then times.
2 is the time.
Put times, right. Okay. All over
100.
100, okay. All right, so the amount of money you place in the bank is the principal. The rate is the percentage, which is 3%, which means 3 over 100. That's where this 100 came from. 3 on the top and then 100 on the bottom. And then the 2 is the amount of time, the number of years too. Go ahead. What are you doing first? Cancel out.
I'm canceling out the 2 zeros at the 100.
So you're dividing by 100. Very good.
It's 10.
What are you left with?
10.
Put equal.
Equals 10 times 3 times 2
All over
over 1.
Okay, put your final answer
10 times 3
to the
is
bottom, yeah.
10 times 3 is 30
Put equal right there.
equals 30, and 30 times 2 is 60.
Right, 60. So that's 60.
$60.
Very good. Okay, that's it. Okay, put .00. .00. $60. So that would be the simple interest for the $1,000 for 2 years at 3%. Excellent job. Okay, Piranha, read number 6.
A store on Carmichael Road has a 3-piece front room suite for $1,500. Using their hire purchase plan, you can make a deposit of $500 and pay 10 monthly installments. Calculate the amount of each installment.
Okay, very good. So let's see what you're gonna do first, Piranha.
I'm going to subtract $1,500 from 500.
You're gonna subtract 500 from 1,500. Okay, right?
I'm left with 1,000.
$1,000. Okay, next.
Now I'm going to divide 1,000 by 10.
1,000 by 10. Divide 1,000 by 10.
And now I'm left with $100.
Okay, so the final answer is $100. So each installment would be $100 because she divided the amount that you're left with after she subtracted 500 from 1,500, left with $1,000. 1,000 divided by 10 monthly installments is $100 for each installment. Very good. Piranha, read number 7.
The Venn diagram shows the preference of some students in a class for black or white crabs. How many students like white crabs?
Okay, read the items on the Venn. You have
black and white crabs.
Okay. Then read the numbers so they can see.
10, 3, and 12.
And a number on the outside, 8. Okay, so what's the answer? How many students like white crabs?
12 plus 3 is 15. So 15 students like white crabs.
Very good. But the answer? Notice she didn't put 12 because 12 would be white crabs only. It asks for white. How many students like white crabs? So it's all together, and it's everything in the circle for white crabs, which are the numbers 3 and 12, which give you 15. Very good. Okay, Piranha, number 8.
3 to the power of 2 plus the square root of 1.
Go ahead, work it.
First, we're going to work this out. 3 to the power of 2, which is 3 times 3 equals 9.
Correct.
Then we're going to say 9 plus the square root of 1 is 1 equals 10. So the answer is 10.
Very good, Piranha. 3 squared is 9. Square root of 1, 1. 9 plus 1, 10. Number 9, Piranha, read it.
Convert this decimal to a fraction, 0.2.
Okay, go ahead, write it.
The answer is 2 over 10 equals 1 over 5.
How did we get 1 over 5?
I use the common factor, which is 2. Divide each of these by 2.
Okay, so you can put it right to the back here. 2 divided by 2. Right to the back of it, small, yeah. 2 divided by 2. And 10 divided by 2, right? Perfect. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 1/5 is the answer. Very good. Okay, number 10, Piranha, read it.
Judy's regular work week is 50 hours and she receives $12 an hour. She is paid time and a half for overtime. Calculate her weekly pay for working 52 hours.
Okay, stop. So what are you going to calculate first?
Her regular pay.
Okay, so write it.
Regular pay is 50, that's how much hours she worked,
Right,
times 12, that's how much she's paid an hour.
right.
50 times 12 is $600.
$600. So that's our regular pay. Okay, next, what are you going to figure out?
Her overtime.
Okay, right, overtime pay.
Her overtime pay is 12. That's how much time she's paid. That's how much she's paid an hour.
Right.
And half of 12 is 6.
Okay, stop. Now, where you got that from? Time.
Because we're trying to find time and a half.
Right, time is 12 and half of 12 is 6. So that's time and a half. What's that equal to?
That's equals to 18.
Right. Now, how many hours did she work overtime?
She worked 2 hours.
How do you know that?
Because
It says she worked
52 hours.
and her regular work
Is 50
hours. So it's 2 hours overtime. So put a amount she would get for overtime.
The amount, 18 times 2.
And 18 is the overtime pay per hour. And 2 is the amount of hours she works overtime. Equal
36.
$36. Okay, now you're not finished. What are you doing next?
We're going to find her weekly pay.
Right.
$600 plus 36 is equal to 636.
Write it in dollars. Dollars. Excellent work, Piranha. Now that was a lot of work, but you did it perfectly. Okay, so first you figure out a regular pay, which is 50 times 12. 50 hours, $12 an hour. That's $600. Then you figure out an overtime pay per hour. She's paid time and a half. Time is 12. Half of 12 is 6, so you get $18 for overtime pay. And then she works 2 hours overtime because she worked for 52 hours that week. And she normally works for 50 hours. 52 hours. And she normally works 50 hours. So it's 2 hours overtime. So that's where that 2 came from. So overtime pay would be $36. It's 18 times the 2 hours. Her weekly pay is the amount of a regular pay, 50 hours, and then the amount of the overtime pay. You add those together, so 600 plus 36. So she would receive $636 for the week. Very good job. Piranha number 11.
If 1 mile is 1.609 kilometers, calculate the length of Eleuthera to the nearest kilometer if it is 110 miles long.
Okay, work it.
1.609 times 110. 0, 0, 0, 0.
Now multiply by
Times
1.
1 times 9, 9, 0, 6, 1 times 1 times 9 is 9, 0, 6, 1. Let's add it. 0, 9, 9, 6, 7, 1. Gonna move 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. Because there are 3 numbers behind this decimal. So you do the same down here. So our answer is
Okay, continue now. Come across here right there.
176.990 is our answer. They want to the nearest kilometer, so we're going to round this because there's a 9 right here. And since it's higher than 5, we round.
Okay.
So our answer is 177 km.
Very good, Piranha. So you have to round the answer. 176.990 is 177 kilometers to the nearest kilometer. Number 12, read it.
A circular road sign along West Bay Street has a radius of 7 inches. Calculate its area. Use pi equals 22 over 7.
Go ahead. What's the formula for the area of a circle?
Area equals pi r squared.
And r is the radius. Okay, continue. Put your numbers in.
Pi r squared equals 22 over 7 times 7 over 1 times 7 over 1. Now go and cancel out these two 7. So we're left with 22 times 1 times 7 over 1.
And that's equal to?
22 times 7 is 154.
Okay, so put your answer now. You want it in inches, and remember it's square units. Square units, square it. Or you can write 154 in, but equal to 154 in squared. 154 in for inches, and then put a square. Very good. So we're working with square units because you're finding area. So it's pi r squared, 20 over 7 times radius, and the radius is 7. Cancel out, and you get 22 times 7, 154 square inches. Excellent job. Number 13, Piranha.
Tamara can choose tuna, chicken, or turkey salad on white, wheat, or rye bread. How many different combinations can Tamara choose from?
Okay, go ahead and work it.
She could choose between tuna, chicken, or turkey. That's equal to 3.
Okay,
3 combinations of meat she could choose.
right.
Next, she could put it on white and wheat or rye bread. That's 3 breads she could choose from. So we're going to times that by 3.
Okay,
Equals 9.
9, and put combinations.
9
9 combinations. Excellent job, Piranha. So it's just how many types of meat times how many types of bread. 3 times 3 is 9. Number 14, Piranha.
A parallelogram has a base of 3 centimeters and a height of 1.52 centimeters. Find the area of this figure if the product of the base and the height equals the area.
Okay, so they're telling you what to do. Product means what? You're going to do what?
Times
Multiply it. Okay, go ahead, multiply.
1.52 times 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 5, 15. Bring down the 1, carry up the 5. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. We're going to move 2 decimal places since 2 numbers is behind this decimal. 1, 2. So our answer is 4.56 centimeters, or cm, to the power of 2 squared.
Very good. Okay, so when you did the multiplication, it's 3 2s is 6, 3 5s are 15. You put down the 5, and then you take the 1 by the 1. You regroup, and then it's 3 times 1 is 3 and 1 is 4. So you get 4.56 square centimeters as the area. Excellent work, Piranha. Let's move on to number 15. Okay, Piranha, number 15.
Solve for x. X minus 1 equals 3.
Okay, go ahead, work it.
X is equals to 4. And I got 4 by turning this sign to a plus. So I carry this 1 and move it to the back.
Okay, so write the equation again for me. Write x minus 1.
X minus 1
is equal to 3. Now show me what you did.
I said 3.
X is equal to?
X is equals to 3 plus 1 equals 4.
Why did you make it a plus 1?
Because I carried the 1 to the back in order to find what x is.
Okay, very good. So you change the sign. Once you take it across to equal, you change the sign, so it's 3 plus 1 is 4. Excellent job. That's it. And that's x. All you have to put x into it. 4 take away 1 is 3. So that is the answer for x. Number 16.
Factorize 3x plus 6.
Okay, what are you doing for us?
I'm going to find the common factor of 3 and 6, which is 3.
Okay.
3x over 3 plus 6 over 3.
Correct.
We're going to cancel out. So our answer is 3 open bracket x plus 2.
Okay, show me where you got the x from. X right there. And where you got the 2 from? Right there after you divide. Okay, so that's your answer. When you factorize it, you get 3 in bracket x plus 2. Very good. Okay, number 17, go ahead.
If a equals 0, b equals 2, and c equals -1, calculate a, b, c.
Go ahead. Tell us what you're doing.
A, b, c is equals to 0 times 2 times -1, which is 0.
Okay, because once you multiply by 0, you get a 0, so that's the answer. And notice ABC means you're multiplying A times B times C. Excellent job, Brianna. Let's go on to number 18. Number 18, Brianna, read it.
Draw the reflection L.
Okay, what are you going to do? What's another word for reflection?
Flip.
Okay, go ahead.
Gonna flip this.
Okay, very good. So when you flip it, you spin it around, and that's what you did. And that's the reflection or the flip. Excellent. Number 19 now. Okay, number 19 and 20. Read what we have to work.
Use this shape to answer questions 19 and 20.
Let's do 19 first.
19 says, write an expression for the perimeter of this shape.
Let's work that.
First, gonna add 2 centimeters here and x centimeters there.
Okay.
No. P stands for perimeter, 2 plus 2 plus x plus x.
Right. That gives you
4 plus 2x. Brackets.
and put centimeters behind it. Okay, put that under there for the answer. Very good. So it could be 4 plus 2x or 2x plus 4, same thing. Now let's work the area. Read 20.
Find an expression for the area of this shape.
Write an expression for the area of the shape. Okay. And what are you going to do?
2.
A is equal to
A is equals 2x centimeters squared.
Okay, so you just multiply the length by the width, and so you get 2x centimeters squared, or 2x squared centimeters for the area of that shape. Excellent job, Brianna. Very good.
Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you have enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.
That's a wrap.